All right, we ready to go? We rocking and rolling? The camera's on? Then you know what time it is. Welcome back to my channel, The Crafty Closet. If you're new here, consider hitting that subscribe button. Check out all videos and see if it's something you like, and stick around. And for everyone who is returning, you already know I appreciate you for watching. Now we getting into something really cool today. I already told you guys at the beginning of the year, new craft. So today I'm going to show y'all how to use the HTVront hat press. And we're going to make some hats, y'all. I'm going to show you guys how to press some hats. Bad hair day, maybe a family trip. You want to get into some matching hats. Well, that's what we're going to do. And everything I have laid out here is already to be done. I'll get into the machine after the intro, but let's get started on everything you're going to need for this project. Now, all of the vinyl I'm using is by Caesar. So I have some flock, glitter, and regular vinyl. I don't think y'all need to zoom in. Y'all know what it is. We got flock, glitter, and regular vinyl. It's all Caesar brand. Then I have some hats. I will show you guys the hats though. We have plain hat, a trucker hat. So I'm gonna show you guys these. And then I have some sublimation paper. I got some heat resistant tape because you're gonna need that, because I got some we're gonna use it for our sublimation part of the hat. I got a whole bunch of little knickknacks for us to do. Some I like to call them tchotchkes. So we got some junk jewelry, some trunk hat chains, some little souvenir pins, and of course the star of the show, the HTVront hat press. Child, I know it's small and you're looking at like, what is that? But we're going to get into it. I'm going to show you how to use it because it's really cool. Now, for all of that being said, I'm going to show you guys how to use the HTVront hat press to make some cool hats. And all you got to do is stay right here. Don't go nowhere. Y'all know what we tell them. Stick around. This is it. This is the HTVront hat press. Let's get into it right quick. As you can see, this thing is super small and tiny, which is one of the reasons why I really liked it. Y'all know I work out of a closet, and space and storage is everything for me. So it's super compact, easy to store. Really one of the best drawers of this press. Now it comes, the box is big, but the press is super small. It's going to come like this. Y'all see this? So this will be your hat cap. I'll show you when we go to press our caps, how you fit this on your hat. It has this little dome that's going to attach to there. And now this is the press. Now this is a hand press, y'all, not a manual press. You know, a manual press is something that has the handle. You close it and you keep it moving. I like to say set it and forget it. This is a hand press, so that means you're doing all the work. If it needs heavy pressure, it's all on you. If it needs light pressure, maybe it's all on you. You're in control of this thing. But what I really liked about it is that it's a digital press, which means it's going to tell you the time. You can set the time and the temperatures for what you want. So first things first, y'all see how small this is? This baby is super tiny. Once again, compact, easy to store, biggest plus. You're going to go ahead and cut it on. I already plugged it in for us. As you can see, maybe you can, maybe you can't because of the light, but it says 3. Okay, so it's heating up. Y'all see it heating up? It says 3, that's 290, 295. So you can set your temperature to whatever you want. It's set at 310. This is one of those memory presses. Like a lot of the HTVront digital presses, I've learned that it will remember the setting from the last thing you use it for. So the last time I pressed it, something was at 310. It immediately went right back to 310. So it it memorizes the previous settings that you had, which is good because if you're always doing the same thing, you know, you don't have to adjust it. You can just go back to what you had. But this is at 310. Now, if I wanted to change this, there's a setting button right here. I think it's bright, but there's a settings button right here that's green, and it'll light up green when it's ready to be heated. Once it's counting to the heat, that your desired heat, this will be red. Once it's green, that means it's ready to press. So this is at 310. And then again, if I wanted to change the timing, I would press the setting again, and I can adjust it down or up, and it only goes in increments of 5. So if I want 35, 40, 45, 50 seconds, that's what's going to press that. See how cool this is? And once we press our hat, I'm going to show you how to do it. And that was easy. I'm going to take you into Cricut really quick just to show you how to get the design dimensions for your hat. It's super simple and easy. Something you guys probably didn't even notice that was there. But I'm going to take you in. We're going to do that. And then we're going to be at pressing time once we finish. You already know. Meet me at the Cricut. We're going to get into how you get your dimensions, and then the fun begins. It's going to be press time. Let's go. Okay, so the easiest way to come up with the correct sizing for your hat is once you get in Cricut Design Space, you're going to go ahead and go to Templates, and then you're going to go to Hat. And now there's already a trucker hat guide for us in here, which is super duper easy to use. So as you can see, the parameters are 4 by 2, 6 by 2.27. So this is what you know you need to fit whatever your design is going to be in this little space. And the easiest way I did it for me was I went to shape, and then I got me a little square, and I changed the square sizing to the exact same thing. So we made this 4 by 2, 6 by 2 by 2, 7. And of course, you could change this, make it smaller, make it bigger, whatever you want. But now y'all can see this is what you have to work with. If the hat outlines are bothering you, you can go ahead and just delete it, and you know that this is the spacing that you need to make your image look good. So now I'll show you guys what I did. For my flock, I'm using this thought right here, because I do have expensive thoughts. Always. I don't know who doesn't have expensive thoughts. Right, so where's my rectangle? Let me make it smaller so I can find it, because it's spread out somewhere. Alright, so where's my rectangle? Because I can't find it. Okay, so here we go. Bring you here, and let's center it so we can let the people see what we're talking about. So remember, this is the square space that we have to work within for our design. So I went ahead and I did expensive thoughts. Still within my sizing. I did make it a little bigger because just, anything you do when it comes to crafting is in your eyes only. So sometimes if it doesn't look right, go ahead and fix it. So I added the expensive thoughts. This is going to be the red flock. And then I put a nice little offset around it. And let's bring the offset here. Now this is going to be my gold vinyl. And again, it's a little bigger than the space that they're saying you should use. But that's because, like I told you guys, it's all in the eye of the beholder. You have to make it look what looks good to you in your eyes, so it doesn't look crazy. It doesn't look too small, doesn't look too big. That's why this is just your starter, and then you work around it. You make it big, you make it small, you do whatever you want. But, this is just your outline. And that's it. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this off. I'll bring back the template just so you guys can see what I mean. And here we are, boom. So if we bring it back, you can see out of the outline, it is a little larger. than it's saying. But again, it's all about what you want and how you want it to look. And if you gotta make it customized to you, the person who's making it. So that's it. This is going to be the red is going to be the flock, the gold is going to be the glitter. We're gonna fancy this up with our little jewelry, and you use the same thing for the sublimation. It's the same concept. You have this little square, and I'll show you what the sublimation is gonna look like real quick. And no, that's not it. Hold on. Oh, right here, flat. So, if you've ever been to New York, you know it's a tourist trap. But I really love these. I love New York hats. And although I'm a native New Yorker, I would never buy one. I would just make my own. So the same thing. This is what we have to work with. This is where I set it at. Now, this line is going to be that crease in the front of the hat. So it really does give you an honest description of like what the hat really is going to look like, because this is the trucker hat. Remember, this tracing is what you have to work with. This is going to be like what they're saying, like really the top of the hat that goes on your proportion to your forehead should fit right here. I have a small head. Trucker hats are considered like snap back hats, so like they're adjustable. So I like any type of adjustable hat because my head is really small, so I can like make it as tight as I want, of course, depending on how you wearing your hair, child. But either way, this is going to be my sublimation, and yes, it's a little bigger because again, the eye is in the eye of the beholder, and it's exactly what I wanted it to look like in my mind. And then when you get it on the canvas, it works out. So this is going to be my sublimation. And I think that's it, y'all. We're going to go ahead and press these hats. Let's see what it really does. I will tell you that I really do like the hat press. If I feel like I need to get into hats more, I may send it back because I still have time on when I ordered it to get the manual press. Because when you go from manual to handheld, it does get a little like annoying because you're so used to just setting it and forget it. You put your manual, you just pull your little crank down and you're going about your business. We'll see. But either way, that's not what we're here for. I'm just here to show y'all how to use it. So let's get into it. Let's go ahead and press these hats. You already know I appreciate you for watching. Of course, stick around to the end. I'm still gonna, y'all know normally I'll speed it up, but I'm gonna do the first one, the trucker, as the talk through tutorial. We'll do that together as a family, and then when we get to the sublimation, I'll speed it up, and you'll see how it turns out. Be well, my friends.